Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perculiar, and if you're just tuning in today for your first time, this is Let's Talk with Perculiar. And thank you all who have been watching and subscribing. You guys are amazing. I just love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support. So today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, something you really want to know about, that is the life of some Africans out of Africa, hashtag abroad. So stay tuned and let's write down this topic. So guys, the topic for today is really going to be a broad topic, so we're just going to run down some few points, and I wrote them in this book because it's actually going to be a broad topic. So we'll run down some points today, and in subsequent videos we're also going to hear from some other people and their experiences. So we'll mainly be talking about the reason why we Africans, or some Africans, actually get very low paid jobs out of our own countries. So first of all, I'll start by cancelling the mentality we all have that we can only succeed out of Africa, you can only make it in the Western world, you can only hammer as they say, you can only make it abroad. No, you can make it anywhere. It actually depends on you. So anyway, let's just right straight to our first point for today, which is mediocrity. Many Africans settle for less. They have this mediocre mentality. They believe that they can only, I don't know, maybe they don't fit in, or is it lack of self-confidence or something? You know, first of all, let me not even go to mediocrity. Let's talk about the mentality they have before leaving their country. For example, you hear someone saying, I just want to cross anything, I will do anything. And I also believe some of you will tell me, well, to climb the ladder, you need to start from somewhere. Yes, of course, you need to start from somewhere. It's very necessary. But the problem is not starting from somewhere. The problem is getting comfortable in that place without trying to test the waters. Without trying to test the waters to see what awaits you on the other side. Okay? So mediocrity is the first thing. Like, you have to break that chain of mediocrity. Try so much not to settle for less. I'll tell you a short story. When I traveled and I got to UAE, at some point some people were saying, oh yeah, you cannot get a good job here. As an African, you can only get a small job like a cleaner, this, that, nanny. No, when I was traveling, I knew what I wanted, and I was bent on going for it. So the first point of breaking through is to know what you want. Of course, you need to start from somewhere, but the fact that you're starting from somewhere does not mean that you should close the file, completely. Like, okay, so since I'm earning this, and when you convert to my currency, it's a lot of money, I'll remain here. No, so don't settle for less. Break the mentality of mediocrity. So mediocrity is the first hindrance. That is what keeps some Africans at the level where they are out of the country. Second, the second is their appearance. For example, let's say their appearance, their mindset, their presentation. For example, say they call you for an interview, and then you're so desperate and you appear so desperate in front of the hiring manager, like you're so desperate, you want this job so badly. No, you are never supposed to let your hiring manager see that desperation on your face. It is not supposed to happen, because they are the ones who need your services. Yes, they are going to pay for those services because they ought to pay for your services, but they need you. So you don't have to go begging and looking so desperate, like your life depends on that job. Like, if they don't give me this job, I will just die. No, it's not supposed to be that way. So another thing is this desperation, your appearance, and they call you for an interview, and you just wake up from bed and you just put on anything and you just go for the interview. If you're going for an interview, if you want to get a good job, if you want to if you want people to look at you at some level, you have to appear, you have to be what you want them to see. You don't just wake up and put on anything, just hold your hair in one bun in some way and boom, you're off looking so desperate. You feel that maybe when they see you in that situation or they see you looking like that, they'll feel sorry for you. Nobody is feeling sorry for anybody in this part of the world. You definitely work for what you get. So you need to work on your appearance, you need to work on your presentations. There are a lot of things you need to work on. So we've spoken about mediocrity and we've spoken about appearance, presentation. Let's go to self-confidence. Self-confidence is the main key. If you don't have self-confidence in yourself, and I'm a hiring manager, I wouldn't even hire you. If you don't have self-confidence, how are you going to deliver? I'll tell you another short story. There was a time I went for an interview to work with a particular pharmacy, and we were 70 of us in that interview, and I was the only person who made it through and who was selected. Why? I went in with all my full force. Like, I was so bent on getting that job. I was so bent. I told myself I'm the best here. And so when I went in, when I met the hiring manager, I put in my best in my interview. I was in my best looks. I was smiling. I was so confident. I made them feel like they need me. They are the ones who need me, and of course they need my services. So that's the kind of confidence you are supposed to have. Have this confidence of it's about me. And the person who went in before me was also African like me. People have this mentality that, oh, because you're African, you cannot hold some kind of positions in other countries, or you cannot have some kind of good jobs. It's a lie. It all depends on how you present yourself, your mentality, what you think about yourself. Your level of self-confidence matters a lot. We were 70 people for that interview, and one person was selected, and that was me, because I put in my best in my presentation and everything. I made sure I answered all the questions during that interview, even the ones I actually did not know the answer. Even when I'm giving a wrong answer, I'm smiling. That is how it's supposed to be. Have confidence in yourself. Know that whatever you're going for is something you will get. So don't get comfortable. Oh, at least I have a visa, so this job is giving me a visa, so I think I should just remain here to keep the visa. No. There are other things out there you can do. So explore the water. Test the waters, try other things, build your self-confidence, build your appearance. You know, sometimes you see guys with some kind of dreadlocks, they'll enter your office and you are scared, like, this one looks like, if I try. No, put on your best appearance. So that's it for self-confidence. Another reason why some Africans, I'm actually saying some because it doesn't happen for everybody. There are some people who are, 10 over 10 in everything they do. So another thing, the next point we're going to do is lack of personal goals. When you're leaving your country, what is at the back of your mind? When you're leaving Africa, are you just like, oh, let me just cross, please God, let me just enter the US, let me just enter this Dubai, let me just enter Britain, let me just enter Europe, anything I will take. It's not supposed to be anything. You have to tell yourself that some things you're not able to do in your country, you should not do for another person's country. That's the kind of self-confidence you're supposed to have. What are your personal goals? When you're leaving your country, are you going to say you're going to be a cleaner in another person's country for 11 years? So personal goals also matter. Some of us lack personal goals. You don't even know what you want to be in the next 5 years. You don't even know what you want to be in the next 6 years. You are just living every day. When you're living every day, or you're taking every day as it comes, you would not go above that, your everyday level. You actually remain at the spot where you are. So you have to have personal goals and self-determination. It's not easy, but it's something you need to keep fighting, pushing, fighting until you get to that place where you are. You need to have like a book. When you cross one level, you tick. You cross another level, you tick. That is how it's supposed to be. Write down your personal goals and make sure that you're achieving them. Don't try to stay at a particular level because that level gives you a visa. No, you're worth more than just a visa. You can offer more than just a visa. So the next part is actually not our fault. Our next point, I cannot actually say is our fault. Like, many of our school certificates are not recognized out of our own countries. I'm saying this because I've actually experienced it myself. Yeah. So sometimes also you search for a job, you want to get to that level, but you know you have a degree. There are people who even have master's degree, and when they start searching, their schools are not recognized, their certificates are not recognized. So those kind of things, those are also some factors, but it's not actually our fault though that we were born in those places and went to those kind of schools. It's not our fault, but yes, it affects us also when we come abroad. So yeah, some of our school certificates are not recognized. But now what do you do in this situation? Say if you have a job that can even enable you to pick up a course, you have to pick up a course. That's another point, which is called self-advancement. Some of us don't want to advance. We are just comfortable, like really comfortable with at the level of which we are, at the level where we are. Like you don't want to take another step forward. You're like, maybe if I want to get this job, I need to start going back to school. I need to do this. You must not necessarily go back to school fully. You can be working and then you pick up a course. You can pick up a course and keep advancing, keep educating yourself, keep I don't know how to put it, try to fit in. Don't just sit there, oh okay, my certificates are not recognized, my school is not recognized, there is nothing I can do. There is actually something you can do. Improve yourself. Like the world is so easy. There's so many online courses. Pick up an online course. Maybe you don't have time to sit in a class. Pick up an online course. Educate yourself and go forward. Don't be comfortable at the level where you are. Another point I'm going to point out is favoritism. Well, we all face that. It doesn't matter which country you are, which planet, or which continent. As long as you are black, and sometimes you go out of another country, well, you start getting like favoritism. It's like, it's even normal, even for us in Africa. Of course, you might have your country, your company. Sorry, you can have your company, and you will not want to employ a foreigner who just came in and leave your own person hanging. So it's not also our fault. We also experience things like this. The next point, this point is very annoying, because like, come to think about it, you bringing down your own brother, or you neglecting your own brother. Some blacks or some Africans, let me put it that way, Africans, not even blacks, some Africans, when they hold a certain position of authority, they tend to neglect their own people. I've experienced that a lot of times. Like, you go to a company and then you drop your resume, your CV, and you find out that the hiring manager is African like you, or probably even from your same country, from the same country where you come from, and that person does not want to hire you. The person will rather hire somebody else, a different nationality, than hire you, who is from his own country. Why? That's because they're trying to limit competition, or they'll say you're not qualified. Yeah, talking about qualification too, the reason why some Africans don't go far is because of their qualification also. So for you to apply for a particular job, and you want to apply for a particular job, and you see that you're not actually qualified, why not build yourself to reach that qualification? Do it online. There are a lot of online courses which you can actually use to improve yourself. And we Africans, please, let us stop looking down on our fellow Africans. We are actually supposed to help each other. You're supposed to be one another's keeper. But you are at a position of authority, and then your brother comes to apply in the company where you are at that level where you can help, and then you turn a blind eye. I don't know how some of you sleep at night. I really don't know how some of you sleep at night. But that is it. Okay. Wrong information. This wrong information actually goes to this agents who make your visas, who send you out of the country, and they'll tell you, oh, don't worry, when you reach there is money on the streets. Like, they give you this mentality that, oh, money is falling from heaven. Immediately you reach the airport, boom, billionaire number one. That's boom, you're already rich as soon as you reach the airport. It is a lie. A very big lie. They don't throw money on the streets of any country abroad. You have to work for it. So you come with the wrong information, you come with the wrong mentality. And when you come with that mentality, like you want to get rich like quick, because you already thought maybe money is waiting for you on the streets, you would settle for anything and you will pick anything. So wrong information. Try to do your research before traveling out of the country. A lot of people have come here and they are so stranded because they didn't do research. Do your research. Find out, this place where I'm going to, is it actually a place where I want to be? Is it a place where I can survive? Is it a place I can be happy? Is it a place I can have peace of mind? Peace of mind is very important. One of the most important things you need to possess staying out of your hometown. Peace of mind. You can kill yourself. Okay, so another thing is no desire for growth. I think we've spoken about that. No desire for growth. You don't want to advance. Say maybe you're earning maybe 2,000 dirhams, and then you convert 2,000 dirhams to your currency, and it gives you like 200 and something thousand sefa, or 200,000 sefa, yeah, and then you're like, oh my god, 200,000 sefa, it's a lot of money in Cameroon. It's a lot of money. When you convert to naira or whatever currency it is you're using, and you convert, and it gives you like this woof, and you're in your mind, you're telling yourself, oh, if I'm in Cameroon, if I'm in Nigeria, if I'm in Ghana, if I'm in this place, maybe I wouldn't get this amount of money. So you think you're earning much, and then you're comfortable. You're comfortable at the level where you are. But you forget to know that the standard of life in the place where you are is nothing to be compared to the standard of life in the country where you are coming from. So you're just comfortable and you don't have any desire for growth, and you're like, let me just manage. Can we just please take away this mentality of managing? You were not born to manage. You were born to enjoy your life. So don't limit yourself to there are no jobs outside, let me just be managing this one. Okay, while you're managing this one, why don't you try all possible means to see how you can advance yourself? Let's not settle for less. So what I'm trying to say in this video is, it is not a crime to start from somewhere, but the crime is when you decide to just remain at that level. You're a cleaner and then you decide to remain a cleaner for 10 years. Hello, do they give you any award for being a cleaner for 10 years? Or do they give you any award for being a waitress for 15 years? Why not advance yourself and be the manager of that restaurant? Why not advance yourself and be maybe the supervisor or manager of that cleaning company where you are? People will say it's impossible because you're African. It is possible. It is actually possible. You can actually be whatever you want. It depends on your fighting spirit, your oh my god, your desire to be where you are, your life goals you have set for yourself. You can tell yourself, in 5 years I want to be this, in 5 years I want to have achieved this, and then how you fight for that thing also matters. And then the last point I'm going to talk about is some countries and their history. Some countries can actually, some history of some country, the history of some of the countries where you come from can actually prevent you from getting some jobs. Let me say in my case, I cannot count how many jobs I lost because I'm Nigerian, or how many interviews I wasn't selected for because I'm Nigerian, because maybe some bad Nigerian had soiled the water or had spoiled our good words or spoiled our names. Like, you who is coming behind, you have to bear all the hurdles. So those ones are the inevitable things you cannot actually run away from. So that sometimes when you just present your passport and they're like, oh, no, we don't want this person, we don't want people from this country, we don't want this. But that does not give you the reason to sit and cry and just settle for anything, because one place rejected you because of your nationality does not mean the next place will reject you. So that is how it works. So guys, please, my fellow Africans out here, no matter where you are, do not settle for less. Do not settle for less. Stay away from wrong information. Kill the habit of the attitude of mediocrity. Don't settle for less. Explore. In fact, test the waters. Test the waters, and do everything, set your goals and fight to get there. Try to also, why not tell yourself, this person is a manager. There are a lot of Africans who are managers in big companies out of the country. Why not challenge yourself and tell yourself, if this person can be a manager, that means I can also be a manager. If this person can be a supervisor and the person is African or the person is from my country, that shows that I can also be a supervisor. I must not always be yes sir, yes sir, yes ma, yes ma, yes ma'am. When people also come to you and say yes ma'am, you cannot remain all your life saying yes ma'am to another person. So set your goals and work towards them. When you're leaving your country, know what you're getting into. Do research about the country you're going into, the country you're going to stay. Do research about the kind of jobs that are there, employment opportunities, growth opportunities. And also some of us, when we get into some companies, you just stay. You don't try to do your research in that company. Do some light survey to see if you can actually grow in that company where you are. Please, if it's a company where you cannot grow, while you're working, be looking for other opportunities. Look for other companies where you know you can grow, because there are some companies that come rain, come sun. If you are waitress all your life. It is not supposed to be like that. With let's say longevity is supposed to bring promotion. So if you work for years in a particular company and they are not promoting you and you're not seeing any signs of growth, don't just sit there like your life depends only on that company. No, look for other companies where you can grow. Apply for higher positions. See how you can advance yourself. So we Africans, some Africans just go out there. They just want that name of I'm out of the country. That name, I'm out of the country. I live in the US. I live in the UK. I live in Dubai. I live in blah blah blah. It doesn't put food on your table. It doesn't even add anything to your CV. When you're writing your CV, it's not an experience. That is a travel experience. It's not like any career experience. It doesn't put food on your table. So you can make it even in your country. You must not go out of the country to make it. There are millionaires in your country. Have you even asked yourself how they made the millions? So guys, I hope this video is helpful. So this is just part 1 of this video. This is a very large topic, and with time we'll be talking to other people and getting their experiences, and how they started to be where they are. They'll tell you their stories. So please keep moving, keep climbing. Don't settle for less. Be a good African and be an example. So if you're just tuning in, please, though you're coming at the end of the video, like, subscribe and share. Like, subscribe and share this video. Until next time, keep enjoying Let's Talk with Perculiar.